regards to the history of 1969 during the rallies of the youth's parents, and the community of Nuestra Raza. You know, they were fighting for our youth and our men going to the front lines of Vietnam and the front lines of police brutality in the communities in the barrios from East LA to the harbor area of Wilmington to Aslan, the 7 states. And through that time, we were also seeking political power and identity. In that identity, we chose Chicanismo. We chose Chicanismo because it was ideology of furtherance of our community and of our gente. We wanted to take a name, Chicano, that was derogatory in rebellion to what people were calling us, El Chico. Well, we turned it around as David Sanchez was one of those members at that time, all the way into the Chicano moratorium, where over 30,000 raza came together. And the day that they assassinated Ruben Salazar, 1970, August 29th. So during that time, our brothers and sisters fought. Young brothers and sisters, they were like 15 to 17 years old that were leading this to bring about the forefront of political empowerment, social equality, economical sustainability. It wasn't so sustainable, but yet we did have some progress. But we need more progress. The progress created poets. Progress created politicians, teachers, engineers. So many people of Nuestra Gente have contributed to the United States citizenry. But at the same time, we are like third class citizens here today. So, speaking of third class citizens, I would like to take us to disadvantaged communities. Back then, we were fighting the political structure, we were fighting the educational structure, and the employment structure. Today, those issues are still at hand. But in a disadvantaged community of the environment that we live in, there's still a lack of identity. There's pollution in various communities, a disadvantage. They're talking about electric grids, electric cars, and all these things, but there's not a grid to sustain that. Our grid has blackouts during the summer because it's not up to par. So if you're talking about electrical cars and things of that nature, Tesla and all that, for all of us to convert from fossil fuels to electricity, we have to build the infrastructure. We have to have microgrids. We have to have solar systems that are not put in homes to where you almost go bankrupt. It's almost $58,000 to put in a solar system in your house, and they put a lien on your house if you don't follow through with the contract. I think that's too much for the changeover from fossil fuel to electrical alternative energies. So there's environmental justice issues. I could speak on behalf of Wilmington at this time, for there's 5 refineries surrounding Wilmington, the Port of Los Angeles, the diesel trucks, and the containers. Those diesel trucks and containers, they cause like a black soot, and that black soot causes all kinds of ailments from asthma to autism to cancer. Not to mention the refineries, the sulfur that's exposed in our community, piles of it. The boats, the ships, and all the oil that's running under Wilmington, Harbor City, San Pedro. So this is part of the environmental justice structure that the Brown Berets are now looking at and taking on. As we were fighting for the issues of 1969, they're evolving into these issues today. So we also have Chicanismo identity. And in that ideology and education, it's lacking in our local schools, in our public schools, as Dr. David Sanchez was saying. We had the heads of our political figures chopped off. Nuri Martinez, Kevin De Leon, Ron Herrera, because we speak in a certain way that is not derogatory, but was taken and twisted and made into a derogatory statement. But that's the way we speak. And now our own people come against us and say, oh, we don't speak like that, but we do. I have been called changuito myself when I was a little kid playing in the trees or playing in the streets and tearing up my mom's house, my grandmother's house. They would call me changuito. So that doesn't mean our little monitos just running around the house and tearing up stuff like brats. But we don't use brats. We use changuito or monito. So our language and our culture is different from other people, other nationalities, and it shouldn't be demonized.
Okay, we're going to be closing up. I just, with the last few words, we're trying to make this tape into like a 20-minute thing, you know, for the YouTube. Anyway, I'd like to thank everybody for coming down here, all of our participants, and also I'd like to thank people from Mecha. What's your name? Leilani from Mecha came down here, and you want to say a few words? Okay, she's getting ready. Okay, also, I'd just like to remind you to get this book. This book has everything that you need to know to be a Chicano. If you're a true Chicano, you will get this book, Chicano Universe Advanced Intelligence by Dr. David Sanchez. This is a book that's Chicano literature registered with the Library of Congress. You can find this book at rosedogbookstore.com. rosedogbookstore.com. Chicano Universe Advanced Intelligence, everything. The Chicano history, our intelligence, and also understanding the world around us, how the world is crushing us. And we cannot let the world crush us. They've been crushing us for too long. It's time that we unite our wits and unite our intelligence in our community. Viva la raza!